The mission of Lady Phenom is to make a universal shift in the spirit of women around the world by transforming their hearts and thought patterns to a non-mediocre level in order to access and embrace the phenomenal qualities within them.
Hi everyone, my name is Alenka and I'm Lady Phenom.
My name is Donna Smith and I am Lady Phenom.
Hi, my name is Nachay Asphall and I am the founder of Lady Phenom.
To love is no judgment, there's no shape and form. To love, it has to come straight from the heart, to be different from everyone else, to stand out, to not judge and not to fear and to accept everyone.
It means showing kindness, treating others as you want to be treated, and being patient. Just being there for one another when somebody falls. I know growing up I didn't have that, and I want to be able to be there and be supportive to other people who are going through the same circumstances that I do.
In a world where there's so much hate, it almost seems impossible to love. And what keeps me grounded in love is I always remember John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son." And when I think about that verse, it just reminds me about the sacrifice, and it reminds me about the unconditional love that He has given to us. So for me to give up on love is not an option. It's even when you feel like you have nothing left, or even when you feel like there's so much hate around you, you still pull out that card of love and show it at all times, because that truly is what conquers all.
She needs to keep her faith, continue believing herself, have vision, have goals, and not stop fighting. There's no other way around. You're here for purpose. Positive always wins over negative. Always. Just love always wins. That's it.
When I was growing up, I didn't have that because I was surrounded with like alcohol and the drugs and everything like that. And but when I went through my divorce in 2008 and started going to Celebrate Recovery and divorce care and things like that, and having people nurture you with the love, and you want to do better, but being able to see yourself the way God sees you is really it's a struggle. But once you overcome that and face that, you're able to love yourself more, and that's what I tended to do.
In life, we have a standard that we have to live up to, and sometimes it can be pressuresome to live up to that standard, and so we tend to forget about ourselves a lot. As far as the support goes, I do feel that there can be more programs and resources set in place that's easily accessible to us, so that we can thrive the way that we should. And I hope to bring that about. I hope to partner with government officials and set different standards, bring things to light that have been in the dark, and hopefully by making this movement, that can be possible.
Means that you will block the fear first. It is okay to feel fear. Yeah, it's okay to feel, but not to be fear. Okay. So, to continue being strong and not allow fear to control you.
standing strong on what you believe in. And don't let anyone ever say different.
Yes.
And when we're women and we're not brought up that way, it's hard. But I was determined to overcome.
You know, Habakkuk 2 verse 2 talks about writing the vision and making it plain. And Proverbs 29 verse 18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. And when I look around today, I see the text coming to life. I see where things are perishing, people's values. You know, love is perishing. Relationships are perishing. Write the vision and make it plain. And because we don't always write the vision or see the vision, you know, a lot of things around us tend to perish. And I think if we hold ourselves accountable for ourselves and actually have a vision and not just settle or be complacent, then things will not perish as easily. And my hope is to reestablish the vision in our women.
Society will sometimes discourage you from your goals and your dreams, because it's easy to judge, it's easy to say no, you can't do, or you can, and we fear of those negative comments and create this negative energy inside. To keep your faith, it takes practice, it takes time, you just have to apply it every single day to conquer the fear. Fear is the number one ruler of discouragement.
One day, I just kind of just broke down and cried, and I just put everything at the foot of the cross. And from that point on, it's like I never lost it. It was always there, and I will not walk away from my faith again.
Fear is so crippling. Fear can dominate, and one of the things that I want women to break free from is fear. And it is a spirit, and if we embrace fear, then we'll be fearful. You know, a lot of us possess great qualities, we have great attributes, but they don't always shine through. If we embrace all the values that He has put in us, and if we can just move forward fearlessly, you know, our faith will increase, trusting and believing that everything that God has assigned us to, all the relationships, all the assignments, if we can just embrace that, fear will not be an issue. And just trusting in everything that He said, all His promises, it's solid, it's contractual, He doesn't go back on His word, and that's one of the things I would like for women to embrace.
You have to remind yourself that you're perfect, that you can do anything your heart desires, that you can overcome any fear, any problem. You have to keep reminding yourself that you're a child of God, that you can do this.
There was plenty of times I felt like giving up, and I wanted to, I tried to, you know, but when you look at your kids, you find a way. And I watched so many people go downhill off drugs and alcohol. And speaking of my parents at that, I was so determined not to be like them that I found the strength to overcome all of that. The other women could pull through it because I did. No matter what situation they're going through, they can pull through it. I want to be that testimony. Yes, I will.
Giving up is something that can be done at the drop of a dime. Not giving up is where the true display of strength comes in. The reason I'm here today is because I want to instill the courage in women to not give up. Despite what they see, they have to keep the end result in mind of what God has promised for their lives. So I hope to bring out the courage in women, letting them know that don't think your life is going to be easy 100% of the times, but expect some turbulence. Expect a little bit of rockiness and know how to move forward from it.
Serbia, and I was born with a very severe case of scoliosis, which it totally kind of disfigured my body, and I was 119 degrees curved, and my father at that time did not believe in medicine, did not believe in surgery. He told my mother that just let her be the way she is, the way God created her. As my curvature would eventually make me probably in a wheelchair and make me have a lot of medical issues, and I wouldn't probably survive by age 22. The war broke down. My parents were different religion. They broke off. They went separate directions, and my mom was a fighter. She took care of me, my brother, and my grandma. So my mother never believed in giving up, even though being a single mother of 2 kids and a sick grandma and a sick child as me, she fought. She fought with all her heart to seek help and to seek medical help to help me. During the war, we lived in 2-bedroom house with no bathroom, and like a lot of other families were separated and went through struggle. Same as us, no different. The only difference with my mother and me was that she had to keep her strength to help her sick child at that time. I started seeking medical help at age 5. At age 7, I ended up having my first surgery where rods were implanted. I wore braces till here, very uncomfortable hot braces, casts, and doctors told my mother that I will end up having lots of surgeries because of my growth and extensions of the rods and things like that. So I have ended up having 13 surgeries on my spine. During the war, it was really hard on the hospitals to provide the medical supplies and medicine. As being a little girl going through all this struggle and waking up after surgeries, there was not a lot of pain medications and pain control things, and so this is where at age 7 I stayed strong. My vision was to just be straight one day and be same as everybody else. At age 12, we were very blessed that we had the opportunity to come to here in the United States. It's a wonderful country. And I remember my last 12th surgery. I was in the hospital and I had to go through only one more. And I turned to my mom and I said, I can't do this anymore. I just have no strength. I was little, I was 12. I just didn't have any strength to proceed anymore, to go through these treatments, to go through this pain anymore. And she told me, she said, honey, this is your last one. Just give your all. This is your last one. You can go through this. We can do this. And woke up and I grew a couple inches from extension of the rods and scoliosis and the whole treatment. And I kept my faith. I wanted to be just like any other kid out there and continue with my life and have dreams and do things that anybody else can do it and stand straight. Point of all this is to tell you to keep your vision, stay strong, fight for whatever your mind desires, work hard, allow others to help you as well, continue with your journey and stay positive, stay in a positive track, and have fun with it. Have fun with it.
Well, in 2008, at the time, my husband walked out on me, and I guess at that time I thought I was falling apart. And I remember my sister coming in the bedroom saying something to me, and I said, you know what? And I got up, and I remember saying to her, I was determined for John not to kill me that way. And I find in all these classes, whether it was a divorce care, celebrate recovery, and all that, And with that being said, I remember it hurt me so bad the way he hurt me that I went around apologizing to everybody I've hurt and try to make amends with them. Finding that strength and courage to pick back up was really hard for me, but I was so determined to do it because I didn't want my kids to see me fall. I wanted to be happy for and let them see that, and I just didn't want them to ever give up. So I just started pursuing my dreams. It was an opportunity that I had. But with that being said, I will say, if I would never went through everything that I went through in the past, even though I didn't like it, I'm glad that I went through it because it's made me who I am today.
Juggling love, courage, faith, and strength is not an easy thing. And I feel like so many people give up on it because it is a tough act to follow. But these are the things that us as women makes us capable of spreading our wings and flying. So, as you guys have seen my logo, one of the rings represent love, one represents courage, one represents faith, and one represents strength. And a butterfly needs all four wings to spread its wings and fly. If one of them is broken, how far will that butterfly get? So if my love is broken, how far will I get? If my faith is broken, how far will I get? And what I'm trying to get every woman to do is embrace all those things at once so she can fly beyond her expectation. If we do not love ourselves, we allow so many people to love us the wrong ways if we don't love ourselves the right way. So I'm just trying to knock on the minds of women, wake up that consciousness, because I see desperation in our women, but for the wrong things, And so showing love, courage, strength, and faith is not the easiest thing, but that is what will allow you to spread your wings beyond, above and beyond what we see today. And that is what will make the difference. You wake up every day and you have a routine set in place, but what part of your routine incorporates God? He brought us here for a reason, and He is our ultimate resource. And if we don't pull from our resource, how can we be resourceful on earth? How can we be of use? So I encourage everyone, even if you just wake up and say, thank you, Lord, for this day, acknowledge the Creator, because He is the one who will continue to feed us all that we need to go about doing His work on earth. And so I encourage you, don't be discouraged by the news and what we see on TV. It is our time to fix it. It is our time to come up with solutions, come up with ways to come against the evil that is trying to sweep out our children, that is trying to take away our remembrance of all the good things that God has promised us. It is time for us to take it all back. And hopefully as women, we can get together, we can power up, and we can make this movement so big that even the devil himself will be trembling. So let's get on our mark, get set, and go after what it is that God has promised us.